With the temporary closure of Ok Tedi Mine, Barker says it is more than a little coincidence that this is happening after the government has acquired controlling shares in the company.
I mean, these are obviously public assets now, so the government really needs to be extremely accountable to the people of Western Province and to the people of the country about what its plans are. But it's a little difficult to see the details at this stage.
He says while the reasons for the closure are beyond the government's control, the closure of one of the country's biggest revenue earner comes at a difficult time for the country.
You also have shorter-term intermissions in some of the other mining operations around the country as well, and it's also at a time when when basically LNG revenue is fundamentally going to the creditors who have provided the loans. So there's only dribs and drabs of revenue coming through in dividends, etc. through, and obviously for a much lower level because of the lower gas prices, LNG prices through to Japan, Taiwan, China, etc. So.
Earlier last week, while speaking on the closure of Ok Tedi Mine, the Prime Minister said the government is aware of the issues at hand.
That's not our doing. It's not because we are mismanaging the economy. It's because of global circumstances. That's why we need to, on a weekly basis, manage our country's budget, and that's what we are doing.
However, Barker says some of these issues were made clear to the government last year.
Treasury staff and people outside the Treasury, commentators, were telling the government, you need to have a change of your budget for 2015 now. But of course they deferred it and sort of denied that it was going to have any effect until now, when government saying, oh well, look, we couldn't foresee these falls in the commodity prices.
And he says while the country grapples with these economic issues, it must not forget its prime responsibility.
So a lot of factors are influencing what's happening at the moment, but it's really critically important that the PNG government, central bank and other players really handle this wisely and responsibly, and certainly don't forget that the real priority, the purpose of a government is to provide those basic services, law and order, basic infrastructure, health, education services, etc. for its own population.
Sarah Aupong, National EMTV News.